Greetings nerdy list aficionados and welcome back to Top 10 Nerd. Yes, you read the title correctly, Batman and superpowers. Now in general, the Dark Knight doesn't have powers. For some it's what they like about him. But there have been storylines, and not just in the Golden and Silver Ages, where the Caped Crusader has gained powers. It's always an interesting time, so we thought it would be fun to count it down. These are the top 10 secret Batman superpowers you never knew he had. You may have known some of these, but hopefully there'll be some on here that will make you go, huh? I'm Sasha, let's get started. Number 10. Bat Genie. We're gonna get classic bats out of the way right at the start. Meet Bat Genie from Detective Comics number 322 from 1963, so the dawn of the Silver Age, where things could get pretty silly. So in this story, Batman finds some magic powder and it turns him into a genie, but he's taken over by some crooks who get their hands on his lamp, and so he has to obey them. So Robin and Batgirl have to stop him. Yes, he has a lamp, it's exactly all as you're picturing it. He even gets freed because Robin uses the final wish to wish for his freedom, and then it's never mentioned again, as it should be. Number 9. AMAZO Batman. So this one is very recent at the time of this recording. The year is 2019, for those watching from the future, which will then be the present. I say this because no one checks the dates. So Batman gets his power in this story arc from the AMAZO virus, a virus that while it nullifies superpowers for those who have them, it grants those to regular humans. But of course with consequences like berserker rage and death. Batman gets ironic powers, because of course he does. No plain old super strength for him. No, he goes blind and then is granted the power of echolocation, like a bat, because he's Batman. He can also generate sonic blasts. Batman in main continuity with powers, thoughts, and feelings. Number 8. The Devastator. So there were a few Batmen from the Metal Knights who could have made this list. Red Death, Dawnbreaker, but I mean then we have to get into the nitty gritty of whether or not having a ring is really a power or if it just powers you up. It's a classic debate. With Devastator, however, the effects are so dramatic that it earned him a spot on this superpowered bat list. Hailing from Earth -1, Devastator first appeared in Dark Days The Casting #1 back in 2017. This is from the Dark Multiverse. This is a Batman who never let go of his paranoia towards Superman, and it drove him to drastic measures, and it turned out it wasn't paranoia because he was right to be worried because Superman murders Lois and goes on a killing spree, because this is the Dark Multiverse. He used a modified version of the Doomsday virus on himself, which mutated him and it infected the whole world, and left him standing the Devastator. He was recruited by the Batman Who Laughs moments before his entire world was obliterated. Metal Knights really wants you to believe that Batman could destroy the world super easily. That's his real superpower. Number 7. Vampire Batman. Yes, this counts. Being a supernatural undead creature who stalks the night, can fly, shapeshift, has super strength, hypnosis, those are powers. So Batman has been a vampire more than once, but most famously in the Elseworld trilogy dubbed the Batman and Dracula trilogy, which consists of Red Rain, Bloodstorm, and Crimson Mist, a dark world where Batman turns himself into a vampire to take on Dracula. He's the most terrifying in Crimson Mist, where he returns from being staked. This is some horrifying vampirism. We don't get enough scary vampires to balance out the hot ones. This is a good trilogy, but did you know some younger fans can't read it because the narration boxes are in cursive, and that isn't taught in all schools anymore. The more you know. Vampire Batman came to a dark conclusion, fitting of the horrific tone of those tales. Number 6. The Super Pill. This is from Injustice Gods Among Us, which is a fantastic series far better than it has any right to be, given its origin. That's not shade, just normally things that start off as tie-ins aren't this good. This series was initially started to tie into the fighting game, but you can read and enjoy it on its own. This series sees the birth of a despotic Superman after the Joker tricks him into murdering Lois, who he learns after her death was pregnant with his child. Of course, an evil Supes places him in opposition with Batman, and Batman manages to get his hands on the 5U93R, which is a super pill. Batman takes it for the advantage and it ups his strength several thousand times, and increases his durability so he can be on par with the gods among us. Low fruit and I picked it. Number 5. The Suit of Sorrows. Dubbed by some as Batman's magic batsuit. He has this armor for a bit during the resurrection of Ra's al Ghul storyline. Talia gives it to him to give him an edge over the ninja assassins, and Batman takes it cause he knows he'll need it. But, cause it's Talia, of course there's a but, the Suit of Sorrows slowly causes the wearer to become more and more violent and unstable. The trade-off? You get pain resistance and increased speed and strength. Batman kept it for a while in the Batcave, but it was eventually stolen. Number 4. BLACKROCK Symbiote. It's not Venom, stop it. Put down that cease and desist. So this is a black gemstone that would get a supervillain named after it pre-Crisis. Now post-Crisis, it became a symbiotic alien life form. When it coats the wearer, it gives them super strength, endurance, flight, energy blasts, etc. It also makes the person feral. It's different than Venom because it gives you abilities, more abilities. Look, it's derivative and we all know it. Batman was exposed to it in Batman/Superman issues 28 to 33, this being the run from 2003. There have been multiple Batman/Superman comics. This one was really good though. When he was infected, he could also absorb and project energy, and he was on par with Superman. Number 3. Batman Man-Bat. This is from Batman Incorporated number 10, yet another Morrison comic, and features a Bruce Wayne who is pushed over the edge after the death of his son, well, one of his sons, Damian Wayne. For all the people who prioritize Damian over the other Bat kids because he's his biological son, stop it. Anyway, Damian was dead, killed brutally by his own hyper-aged clone by the way, impaled on a sword like a kebab. So to try and take down Talia, Batman injects himself with Man-Bat serum. I mean, at this point, why not just go back on Venom? Why go full Langstrom? This gives him super strength, begins the metamorphosis, and he can also command a legion of bats, cause why not? Number 2. Bat Chair. Battron. Batman in a chair. I'm never leaving this chair. This chair told me about 3 Jokers. So in the New 52 near the end, before Rebirth, Batman takes control of Metron's Mobius chair. So this anti-monitor chair allows the sitter to cross space and time and all interdimensional barriers. It was created to seek knowledge and makes the sitter omniscient. You know pretty much everything. You can predict outcomes. It produces force fields, tractor beams. Okay, it's credible, but there's something hilarious about traveling through space in a giant chair. There are some panels of Bruce in the chair and Hal sitting next to him in a Green Lantern construct chair, and I can't. Also, Hal and Bruce are real close in the New 52 despite always fighting, it's a thing. Bruce did not want to leave this chair and lose all that knowledge. He got a little overwhelmed, hence the hilarious "I'm never getting out of this chair" line. I'm paraphrasing. Many people love this and think it's menacing and epic, others find it hilarious. Number 1. SUPERBAT, not the ship. The time when Batman and Superman swapped powers because of a magical curse. This was again from the Batman/Superman comic from 2003. It was a 4-issue arc that started in issue 54. In it, Batman gets Superman's power set and he goes off the deep end. He starts stopping crimes constantly, but only at night. He starts taking the name Batman pretty seriously, meditating upside down in his cave. He also always has the laser vision kinda slightly active, so his eyes glow red. It's all quite menacing. The thing is, this curse means that the wearer won't be able to enjoy the thing they always wanted. So he gets more and more unstable and distant from friends and family. He brutally injures Catwoman and also Nightwing. He is eventually stopped by a powerless Clark and Zatanna, but admits to himself that he'll always miss the power. He powers away from Batman. He can't handle the power. So those were 10 secret Batman superpowers you never knew he had. How many did you know were there? Are there any we missed? Tell us down below. Also, like, share, comment, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit that bell notification so that you never miss a vid. I'm Sasha, thanks so much for watching Top 10 Nerd, and we'll see you next time. Bye!